Hello and welcome to another episode of Truly Bedrock with me, Mr. Beardstone. We're hanging out here in our little river, which by the sounds of it has still got a guardian in. Did you hear that, or was that just me? Yep, still got a guardian. So I guess we'll stay out of there for now. But one important thing we have got done in between episodes, you may notice, our wagon has gone, Jesse's tree has gone, and if we look over this side, we can see the tracks of where it's gone. It was still a bit damp when we had to move it, but I did manage to get our friend Gareth over there, our stone golem, to come and help us out on one of his breaks, and he did drag the wagon over here for us, and he's even put the tree back up. He was a little bit rough with it, so I think he's ruffled a few of the leaves on some of the sides, and yeah, there's a few leaves left behind as well, so I'm not too sure if we'll be using him again for delicate services, but I think all in all, he's moved it okay. It just needs a little bit of love, it's got some leaves missing here and there, but I'm sure they'll grow back. It'll be fine. Also, between episodes, while I was just casually doing some resource collecting, I got a message from Liara. Her Twitch chat had redeemed the fight, fight, fight command, which basically means she has to go fight someone on the Truly Bedrock server. And, yeah, I was the only one online. So I agreed to the fight, and, well, I'm sure we can all guess how that went. Expect that, did you? I only went on one, but enough about my fighting prowess. We're on our way to the shopping district right now because last episode we built ourselves an end shop, and my hope is that it's actually going to be something that makes us profits and diamonds and all those, pretty blue shiny rocks, because apparently nobody wants pickles. Also, nobody wants tridents, nobody wants slime, so yeah, that's why we built the shop. So let's go see if we've actually made any profit. It's only been up for about 24 hours at this stage, so I don't expect there to be much of anything, but it's always worth checking, especially when you're as diamond poor as I am. On coming back to the shop and seeing it at night, I'm wondering if I should maybe try and get some lights up in the explosion, just to make that look a bit more dramatic, because it kind of gets lost a bit at night, and yeah, I'm not too sure on that, but I'm not sure what lights I could put in there. End rods, maybe? I could sort of have them sticking out as if they're the epicenter of the explosion. I don't know, I'll have a little play with that later. No one's brought any chorus fruit. No one's brought any elytra. Oh my god, someone's brought some endstone. Oh yes, there we go. That's the money. So that is many diamonds. I like that. There we go. Right, now let's restock. How many do we need? We need 5 there. We need another 9 to 11, 12 there. We need 17 shulkers. We sold 17 shulkers already. 17 shulkers in 24 hours. I like this. But that does mean we need to restock. So let's just pop into our stock room. Okay, so that's all those restocked, and I did notice that somebody has also taken one of the shulker heads, which is lovely, so we'll just replace that as well. But I think we're now all fully stocked everywhere, so we are good to go. So just like that, within 24 hours, we've actually probably got more diamonds on us now than we've had all season. We should have done this sooner. So with all of our shiny blue rocks, I think we're good to go back to our base now, and I do have a plan for today, and essentially, you know that big, like, whoa, what's happened there? Okay, yeah, there's a portal there. Whoa, that was a scary camera angle. There's no need for that. As I was saying, we're just heading back to our base now, and you may notice I'm travelling on the correct side of the road, which is the left side, and I noticed that the arrows are back to front here, so we might have to do something about that. But once we get back to our base, our plan is to, well, you know that big mountain we're building, right? It takes a lot of stone, and I mean a lot of stone, and we Oh, hey, buddy. As I was trying to say, for the big mountain, we do need lots and lots of stone, and we don't have that much stone anymore. We've kind of used most of our reserves, and we're probably only about halfway through the amount that we need. So I've been doing a little bit of research, and my good friend Rogue Fox here on the server has got a nifty little design which I think I can adapt ever so slightly to my needs. That's going to provide all of the stone we need. So seeing as this particular redstone contraption is going to be making us stone, and this is our mining area, I think what I'm probably going to do is build it on one of the sort of hill ledgy type bits around here, and sort of tie it all into the mining bit behind me, and possibly even hook it up to a storage system at some point so that the stone gets automatically stored in the correct place. But for now, I think what I can do, because obviously underneath this entire mountain here is hollow, I can put the building up here and then have the storage directly below, which, yeah, should work quite well. I was wrong. It didn't work very well at all. And I'm pretty sure that that was down to me. So it was a bit of a strange experience, and I'm gonna tell you what happened here. So as I said, my initial plan was obviously to build Rogue Fox's stone machine maker type thing, and when I shot that last clip, I had actually already built one. I tricked you, I'm sorry. And what I'd done is I'd actually built it down there, where you can see that hole there, that's where the collection system was for it, and I built it, and it worked absolutely fine, no trouble whatsoever. However, when I moved it up here, for some reason, it was exactly the same. I put everything in exactly the same place, but for some reason there was a problem with the pistons, and they were basically letting lava through. The timing wasn't working on it. I don't know if it's just because there were more people on the server at the time or what, but either way, it kept causing me problems, and I wasn't able to get stone out of it anymore. So I looked into it a little bit further, and then I ended up building one of Prowl's, because rumour has it that Prowl's built one or two of these sort of stone slash cobble slash basalt machines. So now we have a slightly bigger machine than what I originally intended. I've adapted it slightly in that I've just put a pressure plate here so that it only works when I'm actually standing here, and it's, you know, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's pretty much as fast as you're going to get. As soon as the stone is being created, it is being pushed in front of me. So yeah, it works. It makes me lots and lots of stone, and I've stood here for a short while, and I've ended up with loads of stone, about 5 shulkers in fact, which I've taken over the other side of the mountain for later on. But also down here, this is where it all gets stored. So if we go through here, you can see I've just got a little storage system there, and this is where the redstone sits, which just powers the hopper clock around the back. Oh, yeah, didn't mean to do that. But all the stone comes through these hoppers and goes through some chests as well, just to save on iron, and comes out into this chest here. I think it's safe to say that this is going to do me just fine and dandy. The problem, however, now is that I can't get up here, apparently. Yeah, that wasn't the problem I was going to indicate. The problem now, however, is that obviously this looks horrific. No offense, Prowl, but you know what I mean. Like, we need to pretty this up. We need to wrap a building around it, make it look cool, and you alright there, Piggo? Oh, no, he's off. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I get so easily distracted in this game. Oh look, there's a chicken over there too. Right, enough distractions. I'm going to get all the stuff and things so that I can decorate this and make it look nice. I mean, I guess we're probably going to make it look like some kind of a stone mason type. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do with this. I'm just going to grab some stuff and we'll see what happens. Before we grab the resources we need to go up the top and make our building, there's something I need to bring to your attention. For the last 4 or 5 weeks, I keep finding grass blocks in my base. They've been pretty much all down this path. There's been 4 or 5 of them, you know, about 1 a week, I'd say, sometimes more. And, you know, I just assumed it was Enderman, because Enderman pick up grass blocks and move grass blocks, right? Turns out, Enderman griefing is off. And if Enderman griefing is off, then where do these blocks keep coming from? So I've just come down here, seen another block, and been like, oh yeah, we've got another block. But look what happens when I remove it. We having fun yet? So someone's been over here placing the blocks, and I have a funny feeling I may know who it is, because one person in particular just can't leave me alone. I keep getting blamed for a Strider death. He had a Strider, his Strider died or glitched out or something, I don't really know. But either way, I've been blamed for it continuously ever since then. And, you know, I mean, I may have stolen his pig step disc. That's true. I may have done. But he stole my elytra first. So I think this has got to be Tiz, right? It's got to be Tiz. Who else would do such a thing? I've gone and got distracted again, and now I'm flying through the air. I was supposed to be getting resources to build up my little thing over there. So, yeah, that's definitely Tiz. We need to plot against him. We need to get him back. We can't just let him troll us like this. I mean, the sign said, "Are we having fun?" And we are most certainly having lots and lots of fun. But that's not the point. Either way, we must retaliate. We shall not let this stand. But thank you for the block of grass, I suppose. So I've grabbed a bunch of resources, and I have an idea of what I think I want this building to look like. Hopefully I've got enough stuff on me for now, and I'm going to go to bed, because it's dark. And night is scary. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is kind of mark out where the edges of the building are going to be. So I want to completely encase this thing, and I think I kind of want to do it maybe there, because I don't want there to be too much relief on the outside of the building. And let me organise my hotbar here a little bit better. There we go. So I'm thinking if we go something like there, and then do the same thing on this side, which would be there. And we've got quite a big bit at the back here, but what we can do is, because this is a lot lower, we don't need to worry about anything above it. What I'm thinking is if we go in here and match up with the height of those ones, then what we can do is have a little bit of a play at the back here. We can put in a small sloping roof, something that just breaks up the shape of the building so it's not just, you know, a perfect square, because we really don't like perfectly square buildings. I think I'm pleased with the basic shape we've got there, so the next thing I'm going to do is just block out the actual walls, and for that we're pretty much going to be using mushroom blocks and jungle wood, jungle planks, things like that, because I think it's a good mix and it's going to be quite wild up here. We're going to start adding lots of trees, having it become a little bit more sparse as we go up the hill, and I think this style of building is actually going to tie in quite well with it, so let's quickly get all this down. So we've made some good progress on the build here, and I think the last thing to do is to get the roof on, and what I've done around the back here is just lower it ever so slightly and then have an even lower bit here, and that covers the hopper clock even quite nicely. Wow, words are difficult today. So I'm going to go and have another nap, and then when I come back we're going to get a roof on this thing, and hopefully we can get it looking quite cool. We've made some really good progress, we've managed to get the roof on, and I've made a start on the outside here as well, and I almost fell off a cliff there again. This is just, it's not my day today. As you can probably see, the build has taken on more of a sort of woodland cottage feel as opposed to a stonemason's, but that's absolutely fine. We've got lots of sort of mining stuff here, we've got more mining stuff over there. We don't really need more up here, even though this is the actual place we're getting the stone from. That's just a technical detail, we don't need to worry about it, it's fine. What I want to do next is to get the finer details on this. So there's a bit of relief we're going to add onto the walls using some signs and buttons and things. I also want to make the roof look a bit more overgrown, and we're going to start to, as I think I may have mentioned earlier, convert this area here into something that's a bit more foresty. So I think it may be time to maybe see if we can grow ourselves some more custom trees. We've had a little bit of practice now, a little bit of experimentation has happened. We've had some great tips come through from Jesse B. I've also looked at a few videos, let's be honest, of how to actually make some decent pine trees, or spruce trees I should say, and I think I'm ready to give it a go. So yeah, do you want a time? You haven't had a time lapse yet today, have you? Do you want a time? Oh, go on then, have a time lapse. hope you enjoyed that time lapse there, and I'm pleased to say that this top area here is really coming together quite nicely. So you may have seen that we actually went quite a bit further that way than I was originally intending. I was kind of intending on working up here a little bit more, but it got to a stage where I was using rockets to get from down there to up here every single time that I was coming up here, so I decided it was best to fix that situation. You may also notice that I've replaced my tinfoil hat. The previous one, it turns out the workmanship on it was a little bit shoddy, and it broke fairly easily. So I went and grabbed myself another one, which, as you may well know, is to protect us from the harmful beacon rays that are being emitted from the beacons in this area. With the completion of this path though, we can now get from the top to the bottom without having to use up all of our rockets, which is lovely. And I've started doing some of the texturing on the rock face here, and I need to get some more coarse dirt so I can mix some more of that into the overhangs, and I need to get some more andesite and a couple of other bits down here just to you know, finish off this wall. But overall, I really like how this path is sort of, you know, just swooping round and leading up to the main bit. And as you come around the corner there, you're also going to get a really good view and an overlook of this area down here, which I've not really discussed the plans too much with what's going to go on down there on video as yet, but from the shape of certain things, you can probably get a rough idea of what we're going to be doing in the future. And as a slightly more faraway view, you can see that there's quite a large chunk over here has now been terraformed. I wonder if I can land up here. Can you still see it nicely? Yeah, look at that. So yeah, we're really starting to convert a larger sort of part of this area now, and I really want to carry on doing this cliff as well, and we do of course need to carry on doing the cliff on the backside. We've got plenty and plenty to be putting together over there. The reason we've made this building of course is because we need stone, and the reason we need stone, as I said, was for continuation of the mountain. So, you know, I think I'm probably just going to have to stand here and mine some stone for a little while. And the problem with that is I need to get this video out. I really do. This video has been, you know, sort of in production, so to speak, for a couple of days. I've been struggling to find the time to get everything put together for it, and I think if I was to stand here, mine the stone, and then do some more on the mountain over there, you're not going to see this till Sunday, and you definitely need to see it before then. So on that note, we will be ending the episode here, and hopefully next time I see you, we'll have more of the mountain to show you, and we'll have made some more progress on that side of things, and we can maybe even start discussing plans down the bottom there. The main thing, of course, is hoping that I don't get into trouble for moving Jesse's trees. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode, and I know I'm doing that whole flying in third person thing again, but I know for a fact there's nothing over here to crash into, so if I'm quick, I should be okay. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, please do hit that like button, it really does help the channel out, and if you have any suggestions of what we can do in this area and put on top of the mountain over there as well, and other things that we need to do, please do leave them in the comments. And if you're new here, please do also consider subscribing. For now then, bye-bye.